Calm down, everybody. I'm not going to forget my bearskin bedroll. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So yeah, previous episode when I was looking at my inventory and thinking about what I could and couldn't carry down the summit, down from the summit, I neglected to factor in the massive bearskin bedroll at my feet. But of course, I would not have, just straight up walked away without it, would I? I'll let you guys debate that in the comment section. So we're going to pick that up, and now we have to think in terms of what I need to drop. So one more second is what this is going to take, sadly. Yeah, that actually changes the equation somewhat, doesn't it? I really want to take those cured rabbit belts. What we may have to do is... I don't like the idea of taking multiple trips, because that's a long frickin' rope, and it's not worth it for multiple trips. It's just not. Well, now I'm on the horns of a dilemma. I'm looking at the rifle like, do I really need the rifle? I don't, technically. I could make a bow and arrow. That would be one hell of a sacrifice, though. I've still got lots of ammunition left, and we have a trek ahead of us if we're going to make it to Hush River Valley, that place. So, weather's decent. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, there's a mountaineering rope down that direction that I can use to get farther down the mountain. Man. I forgot that the bearskin bedroll is 6.6 pounds. That really put me back over my limit. Now I'm annoyed. Well... Pry bar. There is a hatchet down at the lodge. The one stuck... serendipitously, the one stuck in the dock, which more than one person pointed out to me. So there's that option. I could eat an MRE, but I believe I've already done that towards the end of the last episode. So I really don't have a lot in the way of options. I could, of course, I think one of my best options might just be to drop all my water, which is probably what I'm going to do, to tell you the truth. Because that's the way I think to... Yeah, that's going to get it really close. And then what I'm going to do is drop... This is a little bit crazier. But I still have a hacksaw, which I don't have any scrap metal to repair it with. Wasn't there another hacksaw around here somewhere? Hang on. Thinking out loud. I feel like... Whoa. Hey there, piece of metal. Okay, there's not another hacksaw. There are these tools... Wasn't there... I don't trust that. I feel like there was at least one other hacksaw. But I suppose not. This one's clothing, right? Yeah. This is the ruined insulated boots. I'm not going to put those on. I don't like having that much of my sprint meter taken away from me. If I'm ever in a moment of just absolute peril, I prefer not to have such a limit, on the amount that I can sprint if I need to. So that's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. Weather looks like it's going to be turning pretty quickly, so we're going to have to move fast-ish. But that's okay. We're better dressed than we were on the way up the mountain. We've got everything we need, including our bearskin bedroll. So I think... I don't love the idea of leaving the hatchet. It's just one item. That's what sucks. Like, if I could justify making... How many stems do I have? 3. But then if I used a stem, it would exhaust me. So, I'm thinking about coming back up. I could drink coffee rather than a stem. That could do it. That is a distinct possibility of what could be done. The other option is, yes, I could Skyrim down the front of the mountain. I'm not going to do that. It's a little bit too risky, a little bit too gamey for me. I know it's fun. I know it's entertaining. I might do it sometime, but not in an Against All Odds series. That just... The idea of it just rubs me the wrong way, to be completely honest. Alright. Where else do I have spare weight? Because I really don't want to drop that hatchet. I just don't. I've got these fire strikers. I could drop... I mean, I'm not going to need all those fire strikers. This is not a long-term run, so normally that's not a decision that I would make. And then there's the coffee. I'm so close. Man, I'm so close. I could drop my flares. I could drop... I could drop my recycled cooking cans. That would be funny.
Did I say I hate being cold?
I know, you're
Yes, I
cold.
really do.
I know you're cold. I know. Alright, let's drink a cup of coffee. We still have, and I'm standing here, literally in the cold, about to start losing condition. What the heck am I going to do? Dang it. Decisions. Magnifying lens? No. It's too vital. I could drink the Go energy drink, and it would be a way for me to get back up, if needed. Distracting headaches may follow. Well, part of me is thinking I just want to come back up and get one item if I drink, like, the energy drink. Tell you what.
It's goddamn freezing.
I know, Jennifer. Been standing here trying to make a decision I should have made in the plane. All right. Lego. Now I should, because we're climbing down, should be able to make it all the way down pretty straightforwardly. And again, there is a mountaineering rope off to the right, which I can tie to a climbing point, also to the right. Forgot I left all that stuff there. Actually, what is all that? That's right. That's coal.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You'll be okay. We could very well be using all that to start a fire shortly. Okay, so there's the climbing point that I was mentioning. The rope should be over here. And there's a cave. Ooh, but it's a bear cave. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, here's what we're going to do instead. I'm still going to pick up the rope because I'm not sure if the climbing point that I'm advancing to right now is the one that I'm thinking of. We may have to pause for a moment because I need to recover some condition. I might have to duck into the little enclosure here. As much as I want to keep moving, the weather is not pretty at the moment, and I don't want to... We've finally gained like 100% health. And on these recovery settings, that's no mean feat. And so I would prefer... Yeah, I can duck in here. I prefer not to lose that progress, if I can help it. There's that rope. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need that. So, where in here can I put fire? Hoping that one all the way back here. I'm hoping the wind can't blow directly in here. I don't think it can. I guess we'll find out, right? But let's start a fire. Fire striker, we use the book. I don't need to use any accelerant to get 100% condition, or 100% starting chance. Not bad. Not bad at all.
One little fire.
It's been a few days since I recorded. Actually, that last episode, I had a session planned earlier in the week, and I had to postpone it. Much to my frustration. Okay, so that's heating up. Now, we should still be able to add coal immediately. Yeah, they didn't change that yet. There we go. Now we're warming up. All right, fatigue reduction buff has just gone away. But what I need to do is just chill by the fire here. Part of me still does want to go back up and get more stuff. I technically have the supplies to justify it. I could leave some stuff down here, run back up, grab some things, and come back down, as long as I'm fully rested and as long as this cave managed to protect me for the night. It's doable. But then there's other climbs that I have to make, and I face the same kind of dilemma, and so that's the main issue, I think. I'm looking at the map, trying to decide which way I want to go. We could go all the way around the back, and explore an area with a cave. Looks like a fairly wolf-populated area. Alright. So we're warming up. Let me pass some time. Anything that I can read? I don't think I found any books, did I? No. Well, as long as I've got this thing going, I dropped all my water, I may as well get more. Just on principle. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, now the weather is actually blowing in here, but it doesn't appear to be hitting the campfire, so that's all right with me. Alright, so thankfully I did not make the decision to drop the hatchet, because I might have to run out here and chop up some wood, and that hacksaw wouldn't have lasted me much longer. So, good decision. It was tempting, because that's a 3-pound item. Fur limb would take an hour. Wait a minute, how much time is on the fire? We're pretty much going to have to stay in here for the night, I think, because this weather is not looking pretty. You know what? Hang on. Let me do this correctly. Alright, so I want to heat up. Cup of coffee. Drink. Okay. Now we're nice and warm. And I can step out here and get this just massive fur limb right here. Hit the hypothermia risk right at the last second. Not a fan of that.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Perfect. We now have a 9-hour fire. I'm going to pour those sticks on there as well. And let's see if I can get this just... I want to get this as far back into the cave as I can manage it. There we go. Alright, 9 hours, 46 minutes. What I can do to pass a little bit of time here is cook some more coffee and tea. Well, this one's going to have to be water. So, yeah, if I go and tie off the point that I'm thinking of, we'll be going around the very back of the mountain. I do want to go down a different way. I do want that. I'm not going to change my mind on that. Let's do a few more coffees. Just passing some time on this fire. Matter of fact, I can add these sticks too. The less I have to carry around, the better. 10 hours is nice. Of course, that's going to last longer than 10 since this is an outdoor fire. Let me step out here real quick and see if I can snag any nearby stickage. Here, sticky, 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 sticky. Is that a rabbit? Yes, it is. I could technically eat you right now. It's not the worst idea in the world, actually. I'll go ahead and grab these while I'm standing right next to them. I can tell that I am doing a little bit better in a breeze this cold. I'm surviving a little, you know, as far as my coldness meter. If you watch that, it's not going down as rapidly as it has been in the past. It's a small difference. We're playing on ridiculous temperature settings, but hey, I'll take it. I'm going to break this down since I am doing better. I can afford to. Oh yeah, doing much better. Remember how many times earlier in the series I hesitated even to spend those 5 minutes because of how much the temperature was affecting me? Now we have bunches and bunches. Okay, so this ought to carry the fire through the night and leave me with some tinder that I can use after the fact. The only issue right now is that I'm not that tired. really. I'm just not. So, it'll be tough to sleep through the entire night. I'll have to find other ways to pass the time. Like climbing back up to the top and grabbing more stuff, but not in the middle of the night. That's just asking for trouble. Okay. I'm really hoping that the wind doesn't have some freak change of direction, though, and... yeah, that would suck. Oh, almost missed that coffee. Close one. So now I've got 11 hours on the fire. It is plenty warm. I am nervous about the potential of that wind blowing straight in here. It's kind of a risk. It's not the best shelter in the world. Also, not the best moment to leave the mountain, but, I mean, what were we going to do? Wait for a better one?
Feels like night is coming.
Okay. I'll definitely be drinking an herbal tea. I actually didn't mean to drink that, but I guess I'll go ahead and take it. Alright, how much water do I have on me right now? 0.43 gallons, that's good enough. I'm fairly encumbered, mainly on account of the rope and the coal. But I suppose what I can do right now, while it seems... oh good, the weather actually calmed down a bit. Let me take that. I'm going to put a few things on to cook. Wait, actually, no, I'm not, because I've just forgot how long it takes to tie off a rope. All right, let's heat up a coffee then. Now we're going to go tie off that rope to the left so we're not lugging this thing around anymore. And I'm still deciding which way exactly I want to go. The weather may help me decide when I wake up. We'll see. They're pretty right now. Dark as hell. Here, let's get the lantern out so you guys can see a little bit. That's better. No wolves up here, thankfully. This is a relatively safe spot. It's pretty rugged, but you could survive up here with the right supplies for a while. Especially since there are bunnies nearby. Ooh, cedar limb. Nice. Alright, I'm going to put that away. I'm going to deploy the mountaineering rope. There we go. That actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. Why did I think it was going to take 45 minutes? I don't remember. Okay, so if I go down that way, as I said, we will be... I could take a left, and we'll be going around a new way. We'll be going back down the mountain a different direction, and slightly faster, assuming I don't get horribly lost again. Or I could take a right and go back the way we came. That's the decision. The deciding factor might actually be a bear. That could be the thing that really makes up my mind for me. Could be. Okay, well, I've got this fire. I may as well use it. Let's keep cooking herbal teas, because I need them. A bit of extra water. Yeah, so that tea I drank was a bit of a waste. Not calorically, but in terms of that recovery benefit, I didn't actually get it. Coffee also set my rest back a little bit as well. But it's okay, we're getting into the night now, so by the time I finish doing a few more things around the fire, think we'll be okay. All right, so how much water am I sitting on? 0.36 gallons. That's good enough for me. I don't want to carry much more than that. So I guess the question is, do I need to... I can sharpen this. Can't sharpen it that many times. I'm going to be able to sharpen it 3 times in total. And I can do the same... Ooh. You hear what I hear? Well, at least since we have an aurora, it's nice and calm, which gives me a little bit more of a... This is awesome. Gives me a little bit more... I'm going to step out and enjoy it, actually, because I can. Gives me a little bit more of a breather on getting through the night. Aurora in all directions. Love it. Supposedly there's a new voiceover line that you can hear if you walk around during an aurora, but not hearing it just yet. And I don't want to walk around right now. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, since it is an aurora and we know it's going to be calm, this could be... It would be risky, but this could be a good moment to actually try to get down the rest of the mountain. The only issue is how well rested I am, which is to say, not much. Let's see how cold it is. Let's try that out. Feels like 8 degrees. That's not awful. I could take a torch with me. I could drink a warm beverage. I could drink a couple of things to get my energy level back up. And we could just try and make it for a while. Although I did just put all that wood on the campfire, which kind of annoys me. Yeah, I'm going to move. I don't like that I put... How much coal do I have left? I still have 6 pieces of coal. That's mainly a fir and stick fire, so... I can get that fuel back. That's a stone. Okay. So, yeah, I need to heat up 2 things. I know I can put the coffee right on the rocks, but this is just the way I'm doing it. And I technically don't need to heat both, but I'm going to anyway. I'm not going to drink the energy drink yet, because this is a bit of a risk, as I mentioned, and I don't want to do anything too foolhardy. I'm going to drink a good bit of coffee here. I'm going to spike my energy a bit and justify me what I'm about to do. Now, one potential issue. We're still encumbered. By what? Is it the coal in the stick? What else did I pick up? I guess the water, the coal, and the stick. Yeah. Huh. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do then, since we're still encumbered. I'm going to walk this way. We're going to partly go back the way that I came, but then change directions a bit. See, no matter what I do here, there's a rope I have to climb. That's one thing that's kind of frustrating. I'm looking right now at what my options are. So I've got to make those decisions at some point. Unless I Skyrim down somewhere. Which I didn't want to Skyrim down from the summit. Which is to say, hop down the summit. In kind of a controlled descent. If I run into an aurorified animal right now, I am nice and screwed. So that's something to be careful of. Okay, so there's a cave up here that would take me back to where we were before, in the secluded shelf. This rope if I got down this rope, this would be the last one that I climbed. For a while. It really would be. But I'd have to figure out something to... Well, wait a minute. How big is this drop? Maybe I could leave some stuff. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop some stuff up here and come back for it. All right, so... Tell you what, let's just drop the gun and the coal. Okay, that's enough to get down the rope. I've got enough to justify doing this, so we're going to do it. It's not the shortest climb in the world, but it's shorter than the one that we started out on. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a whole bunch of stuff. Drop, 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 just to make 100% sure that I'm ready to do this. We're going to climb. I think I can make it all the way back up there. So this is... Okay, I'm looking at this. I still see one other rope spot, but this does put us in a new area that we haven't been in before. The Aurora could make this interesting the next couple of moments, but that's part of the reason that I'm doing it. Let's grab all this, especially the hunting rifle, which I feel like I might need in a minute. I need to drink more coffee, just to make sure we make it through the night. Yeah, I lied. There is, unless I go a different direction, there is one more rope spot. That's all my stuff. Well, that worked. Now the only thing I want to do is drink a few of these coffees, just to give myself a little bit more energy. I can still cook 17 more, so I'm perfectly fine to just chug a few. Let's do one more, because I feel like I might be about to get into a fight. Alright, now, supposedly... there's a cave back there. Really? Really? Right now, of all times? They're going to do that to me in the second that I was on that brief slope? Whatever. Oh, this game. I guess I should have known from the indicator. Now there are, according to the map, there are wolves back here. Because of the Aurora, they should be pretty obviously visible. The cave should be to the right. And this would be a good stopping point for this episode, I think. Okay, I don't see any wolves that way, and I have a good amount of visibility, so I'm going to kind of step wide. Did you hear that? I hear something somewhere. They're around. I know that much. Yeah, I think the cave is right here. I think we're looking at the mouth. Yeah. Nice. And there's a giant limb right there. That's perfect. I can't complain about that. All right, let's step inside. This will give me a spot to relax for a minute, and then I'll have to make some more decisions on how to get down. Again, I'm able to carry so much more than the last time I was up here, so I can't really complain about my situation at the moment. But let's go ahead and start. Let's extinguish you. Start a campfire back here. Just use a stick. And then I can break down that limb right outside. And that might get us through the rest of the night. I can just rest in here on the other side of the fire, trusting that we'll be in better shape than we would have been in that other cave. And we will continue to make decisions on which way to go after that. Let's see. Stick. Just put it all in there. No problem. Okay. There's that. I do need to drink coffee before I do this. I'm not going to need to sleep for that long, which is why I'm drinking more coffee than tea. I'll drink a tea before I actually go to sleep. The thought of a wolf walking up to me while I was doing that was only slightly terrifying. I know. Heavy packs. All right, so add fuel. Perfect. That's going to last us the rest of the night, and it'll be plenty warm for us. Let's go ahead and heat up a tea as promised. There we go. Let's recover some condition. Now, I'm only going to be able to get... I don't know if I'll even sleep through the rest of the night. It'll be like the beginning of the day, I believe, when I wake up. We shouldn't have drank that coffee. Should have just drank a tea. But let's sleep for... Most times on the fire, exactly. I doubt we'll get 6 hours sleep. Let's try it. And hopefully we don't get mauled. Okay. The sun is just starting to come up. We have 4 hours left on our fire. The aurora has ended, which means it's going to be a little bit safer outside in terms of wolves and bears. But now I'm going to have to decide what I want to do as far as the next climbing location. I have to locate it first, but I don't know for sure that it has a rope attached to it. So that could also influence the direction we go in the next episode, whether or not we go a new direction, or I might be able to Skyrim down. We'll see. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit, but we're going to have to investigate to the south. Pretty much we hung a right coming up towards the cave when we got off the rope. Now we're going to go to where we would have been if we had taken a left and see what's going on down in that direction. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.